If you're a fan of over-the-top horror and outrageous B-movie madness, then you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the world of killer piranha films, where piranhas aren't just nibbling at your toes, they're aiming for the main course. Piranha, 1978. An idyllic summer at a campsite turns into a nightmare when an unexpected underwater menace is unleashed in Piranha. In the tranquility of Lost River Lake, a surprising discovery is made. The military has been conducting secret experiments, resulting in the breeding of a species of aggressive piranhas. Unfortunately, these aren't your regular freshwater fish. They're genetically modified, voracious eaters with a taste for flesh. When the piranhas are accidentally freed into the lake, a deadly fight for survival begins. The piranhas exhibit an insatiable appetite and leave a trail of chaos and horror as they begin their feeding frenzy. Now, it's up to a local skip tracer and a determined scientist to neutralize the threat before it's too late. Despite being a product of the late 70s, this movie has retained its bite, and it continues to be a fan favorite amongst horror and creature feature enthusiasts. Piranha 3D, 2010. Now here's a film that takes the concept of killer fish to a whole new dimension, quite literally. Piranha 3D manages to update the terror of its 1978 predecessor while adding a modern spin. And all in eye-popping 3D. Set in the fictional Lake Victoria, the film kicks off with a sudden underwater tremor that releases scores of prehistoric carnivorous piranhas. Just as the town is flooded with spring breakers, the unsuspecting revelers soon find themselves at the mercy of these flesh-eating fish. The movie has a clear tongue-in-cheek attitude, making it a bloody mix of comedy and horror. You've got ludicrously over-the-top violence, a generous serving of absurdity, and fun cameos, including one from Richard Dreyfuss, who's paying homage to his character from another classic killer fish movie, Jaws. If you're up for some campy creature feature fun with absolutely no pretense of seriousness, then this is a dive worth taking. Piranhaconda, 2012. Picture this, you're deep in the Hawaiian jungle, and suddenly, you're faced not with a piranha, not with an anaconda, but a terrifying hybrid of the two. Meet the Piranhaconda, an amalgamation of nightmares that slithers its way through this 2012 sci-fi original movie. In this thrilling creature feature, a film crew is shooting a slasher flick in the Hawaiian wilderness when they stumble upon an egg that belongs to the deadly piranha-anaconda hybrid. By taking the egg, they inadvertently incur the wrath of the creature. Not long after, the crew, along with an intrepid scientist and a ruthless gang of kidnappers, find themselves being hunted by this monstrous beast. What makes Piranhaconda such a fun watch is its commitment to its campy concept. It's filled with ridiculous scenarios, over-the-top acting, and hilariously absurd CGI sequences. The special effects might be a little on the cheesy side, but that only adds to the movie's charm. Piranhaconda doesn't take itself too seriously, and neither should you. Mega Piranha, 2010. This 2010 B-movie was produced by The Asylum, a studio well known for its catalog of quirky and often over-the-top sci-fi and horror flicks. The plot of Mega Piranha is as wild as its title suggests. In the depths of Venezuela's Orinoco River, a government experiment goes haywire, resulting in the creation of mutant piranhas. But these aren't your average piranhas, they're mega piranhas, growing larger by the minute and possessing an insatiable appetite. When these monstrous fish escape into the ocean, they pose a threat not only to the surrounding ecosystem, but to the entire world. As the piranhas make their way north towards Florida, a special agent, a scientist, and a team of marine biologists find themselves in a race against time to prevent a global disaster. The movie serves up a hearty helping of chaotic action scenes, including piranhas taking down helicopters, and the hero of the film fighting the mega piranhas hand to fin. If you're a fan of so bad it's good cinema, Mega Piranha could be just the kind of entertaining escapism you need. Killer Fish, 1979. The storyline kicks off with a heist orchestrated by a group of jewel thieves, who successfully pull off stealing a hefty amount of emeralds. The mastermind behind the operation, a character named Lasky, decides to stash the stolen jewels at the bottom of a reservoir in Brazil, planning to retrieve them after the heat of the authorities has died down. However, there's a twist to this plan. Lasky has secretly unleashed a school of flesh-eating piranhas into the reservoir to guard the loot. When the time comes to collect the emeralds, the crew faces the dual challenge of recovering the jewels and surviving the deadly piranha-infested waters. The tension ramps up as the team members start falling prey to the underwater predators. Despite its campy premise and execution, the film is well-paced, suspenseful, and packed with moments of terror. Piranha Sharks, 2017. Piranha Sharks is a movie that combines two of the deadliest aquatic creatures into one horrifying species, in a blend of horror and comedy, creating a unique genre known as horror comedy. The plot centers around a company that decides to create a new product line for home aquariums: genetically engineered miniature piranha shark hybrids. They're marketed as the newest pet sensation, and they quickly become the must-have item for homes across the country. However, these piranha sharks are not your typical pet. Despite their small size, they retain the predatory instincts of their namesake creatures. Before long, the pet craze turns into a horror show as the piranha sharks start wreaking havoc, showing that they're just as deadly as their full-sized counterparts. As the chaos unfolds, a group of friends find themselves in the thick of the action. They must figure out how to stop these small yet dangerous predators from taking over their city, leading to several hilarious and hair-raising encounters. RAZORTEETH, 2005. The plot of RAZORTEETH centers around a genetically modified piranha, which escapes from a lab and makes its way into the city's water supply. This is no ordinary piranha though, it's a super piranha. A piranha that grows and grows, eventually becoming a monstrous fish with a deadly bite. Much like any other creature feature, there's a group of people who get caught up in the monstrous piranha's path of destruction. They must band together, use their wit and resources, and attempt to stop the super piranha before it causes complete mayhem. RAZORTEETH is filled with over-the-top moments, gratuitous gore, and a healthy dose of humor. Despite its low-budget production, RAZORTEETH delivers on what it promises. A monstrously large piranha causing havoc and devouring everything in its path. Piranha 2: The Spawning, 1981. Piranha 2: The Spawning is a movie that should spark your interest for a couple of reasons. Not only is it a sequel to the original 1978 Piranha, but it also marks the directorial debut of James Cameron, who later became a Hollywood titan with mega hits like Titanic and Avatar under his belt. In Piranha 2, the piranhas have been genetically upgraded. As if being a school of deadly flesh-eating fish wasn't scary enough, these piranhas have the ability to fly. These airborne killers create a unique and horrifying spectacle as they terrorize a tropical resort, devouring everyone in their path. The story revolves around a diving instructor, her teenage son, and her ex-husband who team up to battle the terrifying new breed of piranhas. They must find a way to prevent the fish from ruining a local annual fish fry event, and ultimately, from turning the tropical paradise into a bloody nightmare. Piranha 3DD, 2012. The follow-up to the 2010's Piranha 3D. This sequel, Piranha 3DD, doubles down on the absurdity and brings even more outrageous moments to the screen. The story picks up at a water park named Big Wet, which has recently introduced an adult-only area. The owner, Chet, has illegally sourced his water from a nearby well, which, unbeknownst to him, is connected to the lake infested with those vicious man-eating piranhas. As you might expect, it doesn't take too long for the toothy fish to find their way into the park's water system, causing a terrifying bloodbath just as the park is celebrating its grand reopening. Amidst the chaos, marine biology student Maddie and her friends must find a way to stop the fishy feeding frenzy. The film clearly knows its audience and serves up another dose of B-movie madness, complete with more piranhas, more victims, and more gleefully grisly deaths. It's a movie that is perfectly suited for anyone who enjoyed the first installment and is hungry for more piranha-packed chaos. Thank you for watching. If you found this video helpful or enjoyable, we'd love it if you could hit the like button. It truly helps us out. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more cinematic explorations. See you in the next video.